Welcome back to the Morning Blend Extra. We are now joined by Michaela Berg from Midwest Stone Source and Design Studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, what is Midwest Stone?
So we started out as strictly countertops 19 years ago, and now we've kind of evolved into a full service remodeling company.
So what kind of services do you guys offer at Midwest Stone?
Pretty much anything interior. So we do anything from countertops, flooring to full, kitchen, bathroom models, and anything interior.
So kind of right now with how the housing market is going, what is the most popular room to currently remodel?
Bathrooms, for sure.
Ooh.
Lots of bathrooms.
So you're talking about bathrooms. Is there a certain trend that people are going in when it comes to it?
I think, people are, now they're not moving, so they're kind of contemplating, aging in place, as they say. So they're thinking about safety, but also just bigger showers, earth tones as far as colors go. So there's a lot going on.
And then what about kitchens? Are people going for maybe a more rustic, maybe a new modern look, or?
I think it depends. It's definitely leaning more towards modern, maybe a little traditional mixed in there. So it just depends on the type of house and, the style of the rest of their home.
So I know the whole remodeling process, that is in itself a whole process, but how would you recommend, or how does one get started on the process?
The easiest thing is just to give us a call and meet with us. We'll kind of help walk you through the steps if you don't even really know where to begin. We'll meet with you and take measurements, talk to you about what you like, what you don't like about the current space, and work with you from there.
Gotcha. So I know I'm a renter myself, but how often do you work with homeowners versus people trying to build apartments? Do you have it even split, or kind of what's the market looking like?
We deal mostly with residential, so homeowners. A little bit of commercial mixed in, but mostly residential.
Nice. Yeah. Gotta say, I'm definitely a big fan of the modern look when it comes to kitchens. Mm-hmm. Any recommendations on, say you have an idea in mind, how do you put somebody into kind of what do you think that they wanted? Like kind of how do you go about that process of they kind of give you what they want and then getting the said materials and then getting it all put in?
I think a lot of people come in with like idea boards from Pinterest or something online, and they kind of show us, and it's our job as the designer to kind of point them in the right direction and show them different options of what they like, but also what might work better for their lifestyle. So it's just kind of it's a relationship that we build with people to get them really what they want and need. So
what's kind of the timeline? Like how long does it take from the start of like, here's your idea, meeting with you guys, but to getting everything installed and then finally shipping up and they can enjoy their brand new renovations?
It depends, I guess, on how long or how many times people change their mind, which is typical in a process when you're picking out materials. It's cabinets take 10 weeks sometimes to come in, so it just varies really. I mean, what products you're picking, what room it's in, and if we're taking down walls, it's kind of a guesstimate. So
yeah, that makes sense.
When people come in, that's kind of what we get to talk to them about, and what they're looking for, and if they have a realistic timeline for things like that.
So with all that, what do you think is the hardest place to remodel? Bathroom, kitchen, flooring?
Probably the kitchen. Most people have another bathroom they can use. The kitchen you kind of have to use every day, so it's a little bit more of a struggle, but it is definitely worth it in the end.
Yeah. So if you had to give a recommendation on somebody who may be renovating for the first time, what suggestions would you give?
Be patient. It's not the most fun thing in the world to go through it, but at the end it is definitely, you walk in and you just love your house, you love your space. But that's what we do at Midwest Stone. We're very involved in the whole process, and we will try and work with you and get it done as quickly and as accurately as we can. And it's definitely just going to be worth it. So stick through it.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely is something different to try to get all that renovation done. Do you personally have a favorite style that you enjoy helping people plan, or are you kind of open to any ideas.
I'm all over the place. I love color and patterns, so anytime I get to do something a little more fun, I get excited. But it's just exciting no matter what, because you get to see people get so excited to renovate something, and it's just a fun process to be a part of. So
When it comes to these renovations, do maybe the younger generation have a style that they lean more towards versus the older generation? Have you seen any of those trends?
a little bit, yeah. I think the younger generation is maybe a little more open to trying new colors or patterns. Some of the older generation, they're a little bit more traditional, which is fine. You know, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on the
Yeah.
show. I know renovations are definitely a process, so taking your advice, it takes time, and please be patient. Well, coming up after the break, an adult double Dutch team, and dogs really are man's best friend. Have all that and more right after the break.